Answer me out loudly, because you might tell something. What did you do with it? Are you any better off? Do you think you've made yourself a better person in the past year? I'm going to take some time and talk to you over the next few minutes before we enter into this new year. And I want you to take out your paper and pen. We'll dance and shout and climb the walls and carry on over in the new year. But I want to talk to you a bit. What did you do with the past year? And we're only going to look back to look forward. We're only going to look at the past to help you in the present. Say out loudly, but don't bother to answer out loudly. What did I do with the past year? Together, what did I do with the past year? Did I do all that I could have done? Did I make myself a better person? You know, so many times we are hung up on improving other folks. And so many people are hung up, on making the world a better place. There's only one thing that you can truly do to make a world a better place, and that's by making yourself a better person. Now, you know how to make the world a better place. And I want to say that again, and I'm going to put it in the first person. The way that I make the world better is by making myself better. Together. The way that I make the world better is by making myself better. But I've discovered sometimes people become so hung up on do-goodism that they get to work on trying to improve everybody else and neglect themselves. And you see, when you start trying to make everybody else better without making yourself better, what you're really doing is just meddling. Now, I know that may shock a lot of people, and especially the social scientists. Because uppermost in the mind of the social scientist today is the question now, how are we going to make this world a better place? How am I going to make this a better community? Those are good questions. How can we make the city in which we live a better city? That's very valid. By myself being a better person. And you really haven't done anything meaningful toward improving civilization and the world until you improve yourself. And each day you should set out to make yourself better in some way. Every day. When the infinite gives you a whole day to live, to move, and to have your being, you should do something with that day to improve yourself. And again, I want to be very repetitious and redundant about this. The only real way in which you can make the world a better place, make the city a better place, make wherever you live a better place, is by making yourself a better person. How to make this your greatest year yet, no matter how good or how bad your year was. You can do even better. We're facing 12 new months. Regardless what time of the year it may be when you hear this message, you're always facing a new year. You can start a new year on any day, and isn't it wonderful that the infinite has created things so that we can start a new year on any day? Say that with me. I can start a new year on any day. And it doesn't matter what day it is. You can start a new year and say, this is where I'm going to start over. Now, the first thing that you must do, if you want to make the next 12 months your greatest 12 months yet, is number one, decide what you want. I've talked to you about this a lot. And I want you to write the question in your notes. What do I want? And I want you to ask yourself, what do I want? Out loudly, everybody. What do I want? Now, I know some of you are puzzled already. And I never cease to be amazed at how that question, almost more than any other question, puzzles people. People complain about what they don't have, about how bad things are. And I hear it all the time. And then after they've ranted and raved for a while about how bad things are, I will say to them, well, what do you want? And then they begin to stutter. You see, if you don't decide what you want, you'll just have to take whatever you get. Now that should help you to decide. You can live either under choice or under chance. If you do not make a choice, you're living under chance. And it's a good thing for you to examine yourself right now and write the question, am I living under my choice or am I living under chance? You see, that's when you deal with luck. I call it dumb luck. People writing all the time, Reverend Ike, please pray for me to have good luck. Please pray for my luck to change. You make your own luck. So say with me, choice or chance? And this is very important. And most people are either in one place or the other, either choice or chance. And it's an amazing thing. Sometimes people try to get the infinite to do some things for them that they ought to do for themselves. I've told you before, there are few things that the infinite will not do for you. One thing that God Almighty will not do for you, the individual, is this, and that's choose. And I've got Bible for that. You remember it was the prophet Joshua who said to the children of Israel, choose you this day. Now you want to make the next 12 months your greatest yet. And so the first thing that you have to do is decide, choose what you want out of these next 12 months. You want to be in the same hole? You want to be in the same rut? You want to be in the same jam? And then on the other hand, no matter how well off you are, don't you want to be better yet? I know that I do. And I want to be under choice and not chance. And the only way that I can be under choice is to decide myself what I want to be, what I want to do, and what I want to have. Now, the infinite isn't going to speak to you from heaven and tell you whether or not to get a Volkswagen or a Toyota or an Oldsmobile or a Pontiac. You have to decide. And I'll tell you this, I want you this coming year to use the power of choice and to test it out more than ever before. And I say to you, it is really going to surprise you, and many of you are going to be shocked at what Dr. Raymond Charles Barker calls the power of decision. There is a power in decision. Once you say, I want such and such, and you name it, right away the God power centered within you begins to go after it. The God power within you begins to go after whatever you say you want. But you see, the reason many people are frustrated is because they never come to a point of decision where they say what they want. And they wonder why they don't get anything. And I'm a great believer in writing down what you want. This is why I encourage people on radio and on television to even write letters. Write it down. This is why people who write to me have what I call so-called miraculous experiences. It seems like magic sometimes. People write it down. They say, dear Reverend Ike, I want a Cadillac. I want some money. I want this. I want that. I want the other. In reality, you're really writing to yourself. And you see, when you write it and you address it to me, I draw it out of you. and our individual thoughts join together in positive affirmation. And this helps to bring you what you want. But you've got to be definite. You have to be, as I've said before, you have to be definite with the infinite. Now, God is infinite, that's true. The universal spirit is infinite, but you've got to be definite with the infinite. If you want to make something out of the next 12 months and get what you want, another thing that you have to do is set goals. Say with me, set goals. Set goals. I didn't hear everybody. Come on. Set goals. This is the beginning of another year, so what are you going to do? You're just going to sit by idly and say, well, here it is. Here's the question that I want you to ask yourself. What do I want to accomplish this year? Let's say it out loudly. Those of you who are writing, you may write it. Come on. What do I want to accomplish this year? Somebody's thinking, oh, yeah, I want $1 million. If you can subjectify $1 million, you'll get it. I don't advise everybody to start out with that as a starter. You see, whatever you can feel comfortable with you have to start with whatever feels comfortable to you in your mind. You have to become conditioned in your mind to that which you decide that you want. But you've got to set some goals. What do I want to accomplish this year? What do I want to do with this year? 12 months from now, at this hour, I want to sit down and calculate. And I want to show some profits from my investments. Do you know that God Almighty has invested a lot in you? May slightly get over into Sunday's sermon, but it's a good thought. God has invested a lot in you. And if you do not make your life profitable, then frankly, you're a thief. You're stealing that divine life and doing nothing with it. What are you breathing this breath for? I shocked them in Los Angeles a couple of Sundays ago when I pointed out to them that when Jesus passed the fig tree that was not bearing any fruit, Jesus, your sweet Jesus, cursed it. You're not bearing any figs, damn you. Why do you take up space on the ground? Why breathe this air? Why take up space in the project? Somebody else could be using that space. Now, some of you act like you don't remember your Sunday school lesson. You know Jesus cursed the fig tree, and that means that God Almighty curses unfruitfulness. Set some goals. Set some goals so that you will become better over the next 12 months. You know, I don't know about you, but I want to be a better person. And I'm not doing too bad. How many of you honestly can say, I want to be a better person? Come on. Say it with me. I want to be a better person. Come on, stand up and shout it. You see, we're setting our goals. I want to be a better person. You may be seated. All right, let that be one of your goals. I want to be a better person. I know most of you are loving already, but I want to do some more loving. What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to accomplish in every aspect, spiritually? What do you want to accomplish financially? What do you want to accomplish in your business? What do you want to accomplish on your job, job-wise? What do you want to accomplish financially? Set some goals for yourself.